You know, I love to travel. I think that traveling is essential in life. It gives you things that other things can't really give you. When you travel around the world, it opens you up to new thoughts that nothing else can give you. For instance, like you may think something in your mind is a certain way, but when you actually travel there, you get to actually see it and you learn from that culture and you learn things you didn't even expect to learn. But the one problem with traveling a lot, and I don't mean like traveling once a year, twice a year, I'm talking about your digital nomads out there, the ones that are always traveling, the ones that are moving from place to place. It's extremely hard to stay organized. And I know that I'm not the only one that is dealing with this, and I'm not the only one that has experienced this. And the one thing that helped me is Obsidian, and that's why I keep making these Obsidian videos. So I just want to make this quick video talking about my process and how I organize my life inside of Obsidian. And it's pretty simple. I just use the surfing plugin to use my Google Calendar inside of Obsidian. Obsidian has its own calendar features, but I love Google Calendar. And then Obsidian's actual calendar feature I use to like organize my daily notes. I write down what's going on in my day, like what I have to do today. I write down, you know, the thoughts that I'm just thinking. I write down literally everything inside of my Obsidian. And if it's anything that has to do with creativity, like where I want to fly to next, or, you know, what I want to do when I get to a certain country, I put all of that inside of my Excalibur, inside of my Obsidian. So everything's inside of my vault. It's a great place to just store everything, you know. Like before, I used all these different apps. I used Milanote, like I used Notion, I used all these things to store all of my thoughts, and it was hard to like find where these things were. But having everything in a central location is so essential. And I think 2023 is really teaching me how important it is to own your own data. When you think about it, you think about Google or all these huge like companies, Netflix or whatever, they're just huge data companies. They have a whole bunch of other people's data. And I feel like before I didn't really prioritize how important my own data is, but when you own your own data, it's powerful. Let's just say worst case scenario, Twitter or Instagram or something goes away. You don't have your own data. But when you have it on an Obsidian vault, it's just staying on your actual hard drive or your computer or wherever you're storing that vault, so you actually have it. So yeah, I think there's 1,000 ways to customize your Obsidian vault to make it more tailored towards you. It's like trying on clothes, right? I may like a different style or fashion than you may like, but I think that ultimately going to that clothes store, which is like the community plugins and Obsidian, is gonna make you feel really good. And organization is just so key. When you're organized, when your head's organized, when your computer's organized, when your data's organized, you can think clearly on what you want and what you need to do to get there. But if everything's all cluttery and you don't know how to find things, it's gonna be harder to like actually just think new thoughts or clearly. So yeah, that's what I have for you today. If you're new to Obsidian, watch my other videos and like and subscribe if you like content like this. I'm gonna keep putting it out. See ya.